is the day that we have been waiting for. You don't hear no babies crying. They're all happy. They're full of joy. Today, y'all, guess what? We have some wonderful people with us today. We have the folks from FILEBABY. You have been waiting for this. We have Karen Kilroy with us. Can you believe it? And Orson Weems. Oh my goodness.
Hello. Thanks, Tish.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tish.
Listen, no, thank you, y'all. We only have 59 minutes. And can I please be the first to say that I am just tickled pink that FILEBABY is out here helping the world, doing the most. Oh my goodness. I was a part of beta and I loved utilizing your tool. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it. And still love it. And you all have done what most people are wishing they can do. Can I just go through a little bit because I came here to talk about FILEBABY. Okay. And I want people to know so badly. You can protect your original writing. Okay. You can protect literature and your papers. Guess what? Wait a minute. Your name and your images, your art, your music, creative integrity, authenticity, provenance. Who did it first? Security. We're going way beyond the watermark, y'all. This is way beyond that. And not only is this is all about what's yours, ownership, and putting your name on something and really saying, hey, this is mine, and being able to say, hey, this was my gift. And y'all are empowering people to do that. Empowerment. And to give a gift like that to the world and to give a gift like that to AI is just like, I could sit here and I have tears welling up. I'm going to hold it. Don't worry. Y'all know how I get. But you all have done just like, it's amazing. Thank you for your contributions to technology and what you all have done. Can we please get a very brief intro for the both of you? Because you all are some heavy hitters. Orson Weems, president of an AI company. Karen Kilroy, a CEO of AI company. Can you all please just let us know, who are you? Because I know who you are. And I know the rest of the world, but for those who don't, because, a lot of my people our folks that are new to technology do not know, but they've heard about FILEBABY. They've set up and watched your YouTube channel, Friends of Justin. They've been online, they've been on LinkedIn, and they keep seeing all these beautiful artworks that are out there. And you all are like, FILEBABY. And we've seen it. Who wants to go first?
Ladies.
Karen?
Thank you. I have been a computer programmer. I started when I was 12, and I've my whole entire career has been in technology, and I also my specialties are AI and blockchain. I'm a full stack software engineer where I can architect out the design of the software and also do the art front end. I just kind of am a one-woman show, but I've also run a lot of software development teams in my career. And then the last few years, in addition to programming, I've been writing for O'Reilly.
Yep.
And here's the shameless book plug, Blockchain Tethered AI. I started writing this. This came out on Valentine's Day last year, and FILEBABY came out on Valentine's Day this year. And so this is something that took us about a year to write it. It was based on about 7 years of research. So that's available on O'Reilly.
Nice. And I included that in the description on YouTube. So y'all, if you want a very good read, and there's some code in that book too.
Oh, there's code. There's complete code with it. You can prototype a workflow for your AI and machine learning engineers with the code that comes with this book for free. So it's
amazing.
And then think about how you would want to implement it with your own system. So
we love that. And somebody wrote something in there that we both know. I want to say it was John George's. It was JGP.
Oh, JGP. Yeah, his quote's on the back. His quote is on the back. It says, AI is a superhero toddler. Without meaning harm, its laser eyes could reduce a city to ashes. The solution? Make sure the toddler does not have a tantrum in Times Square. This hands-on book describes this solution precisely and pragmatically. And that's our friend Jean-Georges.
Yes, goodness.
He was
you know
a reviewer.
What? He was a reviewer.
He was a technical reviewer on the book. He went through and fact-checked things for me. It was really, really kind.
Yeah. We love him. You know, that's amazing. Yeah, you've got to get that book, especially if AI is your jam. Blockchain, AI, there's code in the book. And let's hear from you, Orson.
Well, thanks again, Tish. Thank you for having us, as well as to the audience for joining us. I'm Orson Weems. I am the president of FILEBABY. Excited to be. I am a businessman. I am a nonprofit exec. And literally, in a nutshell, I use my expertise, experience, and relationships around the world to help things go better. And that's one of the things I've done by having met Karen Kilroy, and I've been a businessman on certain different sectors, and most recently using a nonprofit called the Music Education Initiative to literally bring awareness to the type of careers that are available in music, entertainment, and live events that aren't usually talked about, the ones that are behind the scene, the production, the technical side, and because everybody doesn't sing or dance or play an instrument or something of that nature. And some of your questions really interest me because that's something we talk about quite a bit. But the excitement is that Karen and I met her at one of my workshops. Then I reciprocated by attending some of her AI workshops to really get an understanding of how this could help. We want to do the things responsibly, as you can tell, responsible AI. And I looked at it, and we meshed on a certain things, and it's just built up from some of the things that she knows and she educates and tells me about, and how to look at it a certain way, and vice versa. So I've been able to join FILEBABY along with some other great people, Ethan Keel, the distinguished architect, as we like to call him, and another partner, Scott Harris, also, that have joined us, so we can really bring FILEBABY to the masses, to let people really understand what it is. And it's literally about protecting what's yours. And we want to do that so that the AI models, as Jean-Georges said in that quote, the laser focus, we want to make sure that the bad actors don't get it, but we want to use it for good. And we know that AI can do some wonderful things. And Karen has created an incredible platform for us to do that. And we're just delighted to share with the masses and for folks to come and see what it is. It's changed, technology has changed so much We're associated and aligned with organizations that we'll talk about during this conversation with C2PA and the CAI, so that we can really help folks and know where it goes. And then there's some wonderful corporate responsibility items and ways and things that we see that we can do and offer. And that's always something to good for me as a businessman, and to look at some of the things that we can do to not just help ourselves, but to help people. We want to do that. And Karen has such an incredible spirit. The team has such a great cohesion of being able to do some things to get this out. So really, I'm here, Orson Weems. Let me see how we can help Tish and Filebaby, and what we can do with your audience and the folks that they have that want to try it, because it's really something remarkable for us to do that Karen and the team have built.
Yeah, I am just, it's a loss of words, right? Because the product is amazing. You can literally you can upload your work, and it's easy. It's just like a 1, 2, 3 process. There's nothing to it, and you get to see your work, your baby. That's my file, baby. That's my file. and it's so rewarding. And
Yes.
and you're just sitting there, you're like, wow, after all that time, after all of that thinking, after, what colors do I put with that? Or, how did I sketch this? Or, as Karen knows, I have a certain AI generator that I absolutely love. And I'm just like, let me do this. And she's like, oh yeah, you can do that within FileBaby. Really? Really?
Right.
Try it. Okay. Tried it. And boom, there it was. And so, being able to have just ease. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
If I can do it. If I can do it. Because I look at Karen, I'm like, what are you saying? But that's
Thank
it.
you.
That's right.
I tried to build software that I liked, as opposed to building software that somebody else was telling me how to do it.
Yeah.
I just kind of threw that all to the side and said, what do I really want to build that I would like? Mm-hmm. And out popped FileBaby.
Right. For sure. And so for, if you're just, if you're creative, individuals, we can use it, but I could see this being used in like big organizations like enterprise, like, wow, could you just imagine? Like they could be able to this could be scaled anywhere. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, definitely. We have the ability to fully scale it. There's really no limit on how much it could scale, and it could also be hybrid. It could be on-prem, off-prem for the larger enterprise customers. We can do just about anything with it.
Wow.
Flexibility, yeah, and maneuverability, as the speed of which things are really changing in this buzzword, and what is now really an industry sector is the AI. It's really flexible, and we can move quickly, as Karen was saying, the scaling of it. So it's as you said, it's simple. She built it so it could be easy for somebody like me to use. So that's
the president of an AI company can use it.
Right.
I mean, hello.
And just because someone's a programmer doesn't mean that they want to always program or always use command line or code. And, that was the first thing we encountered when we started working with C2PA that Orson will tell you about. They have some lovely tools, but they all require a pretty high degree of technical capability, which is fine, but I mean, it's effective if you're trying to figure out how to use it, but it's not easy for every day. And so that's what really made us want to build FileBaby.
I love that. So can you all tell us what is C2PA? Because I had someone ask me after I posted, they were like, what is that? And I said, oh, wait until you hear about standards. Like there's a level, right? There's there's a level of what we have, where we have to operate.
Yes,
So-
and it's the Coalition for Content Authenticity and Provenance and Authenticity. And Orson, I'm going to let you give the definition of C2PA now that I remembered the acronym.
Well, you know, it's a really a leading platform. It allows us to put the authority, to have some type of authority behind it, for people to really recognize that there's an authority behind some of the content, and that we have to have something behind it for people to really know that this is not something that's fly by night or somebody that's pulled out of a hat. So the C2PA stands that as the authority that is in place to allow companies, large companies, as we've seen so far this recently, from Adobe to OpenAI to Leica, Nikon cameras, Google, Meta. These companies are coming in to really join with an organization that has the platform to tell people these are the standards that are recognizable for us to do the right things with AI, and for us to have the content, the provenance, as you said, and the authenticity, so that it can be tracked, it can be given, and it's a final. And I like to say that this content really is digital DNA of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's that digital DNA that can't be tracked. The other levels of that could be the blockchain technology that can also be added to that, to give it a complete recognition that it has not been tampered with, and all of that. And one of our Karen and I also are on a special interest group with the Hyperledge Foundation out of Toronto, Canada, and we said,
y'all are some heavy hitters. Listen.
Thank you.
and one of our I love to just say, one of our special interest group members says, you know, AI is I want to make sure I get this quote right. He says AI can be fooled, but blockchain you can't fool with blockchain. It's
Todd Holmes said that, I think.
Todd Holmes. Yeah, Dr. Todd Holmes said that. Thank you, Karen. So that's what the C2PA is that authority to give the standards to set for this really changing and quickly changing field of AI, so that people know that they know that they know they have somebody that they can go to or be a part of that gives them the correct standards, the how to, and can share that with folks around the world, because this is an authority that is in place to do just that. So that's basically the C2PA, and we're glad to be members and associated with it, along with so many other, as you say, Tish, the heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters.
We're just a FILE.BABY. That's it. We're the babies.
Oh yeah, there's
So we're the baby of the bunch. But you know, it deals with a lot of the content that people are pulling out, and in the large scales of, I mean, like something like OpenAI, when they were a part of it, and then all of a sudden within a week we see, just in the last 10 days or 2 weeks, we've seen Google and Meta just coming in, and we were like, whoa, and we were in there before they were. So that's some good things for us to have. Karen, something else on it?
Well, C2, it's kind of structured in where C2PA is like an umbrella organization, and then there's some smaller initiatives that roll up into that, and one of them is CAI, the Content Authenticity Initiative. And so one of the good places for people to learn about the technology overall is on the content-authenticity.org site. And yeah,
now I've seen that logo before.
Yeah. I keep my books, my pads right here.
Yes. And so what content-authenticity.org does is they offer a verifier where you can drag and drop files in and see if they have C2PA credentials, and see like be able to view the provenance of what went into that file in a verifier, in a viewer. So if you claim your files, then you can later drop them in and see oh yeah, here's one that I made. Oh no, here's one that I created with AI, as opposed to taking a picture. A lot of my pictures I can't tell anymore. The AI, like sunsets, for instance, they're getting so good. Yeah, I have to really, wow, did I actually see that sunset, or is that one of the
Right.
ones that I created? So but yeah, that's CAI and C2PA, and those are both really good organizations, and anyone can join them. C2PA is more of the technical implementation group, where we have meetings and try to figure out the toolings and the strategies, and then CAI is the actual implementation, more for artists, musicians, and writers, and everybody to consume the logos and things, that be able to put the branding out and say, here, this was signed, here, you can check it here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I could see how this could really benefit. Here we go again, back to business. I could see how this could benefit the creatives, but also law enforcement. I could see how this would kind of dabble into our politics. I hate to say it, but I mean, it's something that we could look there in our education system. This could be huge, and it is huge. That's why we have FILE.BABY. That's my file, baby. That's why there's a need for it, and you all actually have a tool. Now, I have a weird question, but I have to ask it.
Okay.
Because we came right off the Super Bowl, right? And both of you have a strong influence in the educational community. Could I get your take on how many different technical jobs there were that put together the halftime show? Can we talk about that?
I just want to intro this and hand it over to Orson, because the way I met Orson was he put together a stagehand workshop that he had at the Fayetteville Public Library Center for Innovation. And I attended it, and I thought, well, let me learn how. It was while I was still writing my book, and I thought, let me learn how to do the stagehands work, and maybe I can get some work doing that while I'm writing. And lo and behold, I met the president of FILEBABY, the future president of FILEBABY. But Orson, you want to explain what goes into something like that?
It was very interesting. When I saw those questions that you had, Tish, I smiled and told Karen, I said, no problem. Literally, I've spoken, we're in Arkansas for your audience, and I've spoken at the Arkansas Career Development Association's meetings twice, 2 years in a row, because I tell them about career opportunities in music, entertainment, and live events that aren't spoken of. And once I send them my profile and the narrative that I would share with the career counselors, teachers, and coaches, career coaches, for high school students and junior high students as they learn and decide what they want to do. Some of the teachers said, I've never even thought of some of these positions. And one of the teachers literally asked me, what about the STEAM process? So she said, what do you see? I said, everything that you see, because you don't have an event that doesn't involve all of those. And what you see at the Super Bowl is your question. You see all of that. That. And I likened it to when I gave her an example. I asked all the teachers to either open their computers or their phones. And I said, go to and just Google the Sphere in Las Vegas. And this is a magnificent, I can't wait to see this structure, this building in person. But what you have there, I told her, I said for science, you had all the calculations you needed and all the groups that came together to design this, so that it could withstand and hold all of the different engineering parts and the weight of all these different lighting and LEDs all around it. So, and then you get to the technical. So you get with the technology part of putting it all together, tying it in, changing, making it look like a basketball, making it look like a sunset, making it look like an eye that's looking at people as they go down the strip. And you get the engineering part to build it. you get the architecture, you get the arts. You get the arts by bringing in somebody like you two to open it, but you also get the arts by the designing it, because they can make it look like anything. They can make it look like a Picasso or Renoir or anything, any type of artwork or anything. And you get the math because you got to have calculations. So I told them, I said, you see all of this. So in the Super Bowl, you get to see it the same thing, except in the Super Bowl, it's not confined to an instructor. It's confined to individual and people, because they had the audience participated with the lighting. They changed the dancers, the choreography, the certain way the bands came in, the stage itself lit up a certain way with all of this technology and everything. And the Super Bowl, of course, is a big stage, the largest stage on TV. And all of these things participated and came together and worked as one to give us a experience, not just the Super Bowl halftime show, but those that were there experienced it because they participated in it. So I'm excited about all of this, simply because the part of it that you see, I smile about it, because these are some of the things that we do with our nonprofit. We show about production, education, and technical training to know about these careers: the lighting techs, the audio techs, pyro, stage hands, all of this, logistics, all of these are things that we do. And it's just worked out so that now you have asked this question, and we have participated in and have a really something to share with the audience.
It's just, when I saw all of that and I was thinking, I said, wow, and now we have AI. And now we can pull the AI part into it. And now we've got like automation and all of this different stuff. And I started to taste it and I was like, this is good. I said, that's such a tasty treat. This is going to be really nice. And all I could think of is all of these students don't even know that what actually went on like behind the scenes was so technically dense.
Yes.
What we see, and the experience, 2 thumbs up, right? But the technical density of that halftime show, and probably 99% of the things that happen in Vegas, you have to have some sort of, I'm going to say, STEAM training in order to make it happen.
Yep.
I love that you all, as educators, as people that advocate for education with STEAM education, you're the ones that get to carry that forward. I love it. And I appreciate so greatly that you all came here to Tish Talks Tech to be able to platform that, because folks needed to hear it. They really needed to hear it. I want to pivot just a little bit and ask also, because I have my questions right here on the side. How can folks learn more about technology, number one? And two, how can they learn more about utilizing FILE.BABY? So if they go out and they're like, okay, well, how do I know more about AI? How can I get more STEAM education? Wait a minute, how can I put my creative stuff on FILE.BABY? How does that work?
Well, first of all, I think to learn more about tech, there's not been a better time to learn more about tech. It's I know when I first started, it was very hard to get the information, and I went to a class at Radio Shack with my brother. That's how we learned how to program.
Love it.
And it was hard to find things. Of course, there was no internet, no email, and no email. But it's definitely a different world now. Where so much training is offered for free, and it's just a wealth of training, and there's just about anybody can start a business, and if you start a business, then you qualify for most of the free training programs that you can get in from the big tech companies, and it's just a wealth of free training on any topic that you're interested in, and then plus generative AI itself trains you. So like, for instance, when I'm programming now, it's completely different than when I programmed a year ago. A year ago, when you would code, so you would look for the kind of try to figure out, okay, I want to sort of do this, like, you know, I want to display your name in flashing lights and play music, whatever, you know, and you're looking for, how do I do that? And typically last 10 years or so, those answers are usually on Stack Overflow, where someone asks a question and somebody else answers it, and then you find the most likely answer, which is like a process of deduction, and then you copy and paste code snippets in and you edit them, right? That's what we did. That's how we wrote code, especially before there was autocomplete. And so that whole process is changed. And now with large language models, it's I was telling Orson this yesterday, it's more like you have your buddy that sits on the other side of the divider in the cubicle, only this buddy never gets impatient with you and never gets tired of answering all your stupid questions. And you can just keep showing them stuff, and you can give them screenshots, and you say, hey, you know, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Hey, you know, by the way, can you write that code for me and let me copy and paste it? And you speed yourself up so much. I'm probably a good 5 times faster, at least, and than the older way. But during the process, the LLMs don't just spit code at you. At least mine doesn't. Not my Justin.
And that's why Justin is your friend.
Justin explains everything, and actually, people can use my Justin. It's if you have Chat GPT Turbo subscription, you can get on and you can look for React JS developer, React and then JS with no space, and JS is uppercase. That's, and then the word developer with a capital D. That's my GPT that I used to code with. One of my GPTs I used to code with. So like, you can use that as like a coding companion, and Justin will, I call it Justin. It'll explain things. Like my friend Justin Alcorn, way back in my first tech job, but as you go, to get back to your question, you're learning, right? You're learning.
Yeah.
And so, like, let's say you wanted to learn about FILEBABY. One of the good ways to learn about it, we also have a GPT called FILEBABY, gpt.filebaby.com. Or no, I'm sorry, gpt.file.baby, no .com.
File.baby.
Yeah, gpt.file.baby. And that'll take you to a landing page for FILEBABY's GPT, which runs an OpenAI Turbo. And you can actually talk to FILEBABY. And FILEBABY knows all about C2PA and CAI and all about being FILEBABY. And it can explain more to you. And then when you actually subscribe to FILEBABY, we have another AI assistant right in FILEBABY that can help you learn how to use it. And an example of that would be, like, let's say you mentioned that, you know, the AI that you can generate right from within FILEBABY, the cool pictures and everything.
Yeah.
And so you could go to the AI prompt in FILEBABY and say, can you give me a good prompt for the image generator that will give me, what are some good 35 millimeter settings for a picture of a shell on a beach at sunset? And then give me some good prompts around that. And it'll get to tell it what you're doing, and it'll say, oh, here's a good prompt. And so then you can copy and paste the prompt, and then you're in FILEBABY the whole time. Copy and paste the prompt up to the image generator, and it'll spit your image out like that with the camera settings that you asked for. And then it's already signed by Microsoft Responsible AI. And then you just click Save to FILEBABY, and then you can share that, unlimited shares through FILEBABY anywhere you want, and people can dig down in and say, look, you know, here, this was generated by Microsoft Responsible AI.
Wow. And folks don't even know they need that in their life. Y'all got to get this in your life.
They need it in their life. They do.
You need it in your life. I think that this is something that folks would find very helpful, especially when it comes down to the creatives, when it comes down to, you know, your work, your speeches, who said it, who did it first, and thoughts, poetry. A lot of folks love their poetry.
Yeah.
You know, this is a thing. Even your code.
Yeah.
I've seen some code wars out there. I'm not going to name names, but I've seen it, and it gets ugly. And lo and behold, why not run it through? Take your picture, run it through. This is good, y'all. This is really good. I want to ask you as you're welcome. I want to ask you as well. Who made the Filebaby art? Where did the baby come from?
Dally.
Really?
Yeah.
So cute.
We looked at quite a number of Filebabies and picked the cutest Filebaby.
So cute. Thank you. And you're welcome. Look.
I love this. Thanks, Tish.
Listen, can I just be the first to tell you that I need a shirt?
Okay.
And
We got you.
And when the baby comes out, please have it in a collectible box so I can put it with my Barbies.
Okay.
Yes, because really dolls are my thing. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So that's a whole thing, because I have a feeling that that's going to be a collector's item.
The Filebaby.
The Filebaby.
The Filebaby.
He's cute but tough, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And he don't cry, but he coos.
His first word.
I told one. What was the first word?
Mine.
Just like in the little bubble up at the top. Mine. I need the bubble too. I'm just letting you know. Don't get me started, because cuteness sells, and I love cute. So let me say, we hear about the blockchain. Okay, we hear about the. Now, we're witnessing this blockchain, this AI evolution. We talk about Filebaby, and we talk about it being cute, and all of that is great. I don't want to beat it into the ground, but I have to. Can you talk about the secure aspect, like the security aspect? Because sure. A lot of folks will be like, oh, well, we don't know. No. But y'all don't know, like blockchain is like, that's the thing. Can you explain that? Yeah, about like the tracking and the tampering and all that. I'm not a good explainer of that sort of thing, but can you do it for us?
Sure. I mean, there's the thing with that blockchain really brings to the table for something like Filebaby is tamper evidence. So it helps you tell, and it's just one more test that helps you tell whether someone changed something and went back and covered their tracks, or whether a mistake was made. And so it's another audit trail that's a cross check. Now, to get more technical, the C2PA standards actually give you a way themselves without blockchain to detect tampering in the same way that we do when we put a file on blockchain to detect tampering. We take a digital fingerprint of the file, and then that way, if one pixel is changed, the digital fingerprint no longer computes to the same thing, and so then you can tell it spits it back out. It's like this isn't valid. Well, Filebaby will do that without blockchain, because C2PA will do that without blockchain. So you've already got that layer of protection, along with certificates issued by well-known certificate authorities, global certificate authorities. So you've got all that in there. It's cryptography done with certificates that have verified the origin. They've verified who owns the certificate. So all that is really similar to blockchain. So what they've called it is blockchain ready. And so we can implement blockchain right along with it. And we're in the process of doing that with FILEBABY. Our enterprise version will probably be the first to offer blockchain integration, and we'll be going with Hyperledger Fabric for that. We may in the pro version offer people be able to choose their own blockchain, because there's a lot of providers now that have started adopting these principles, and they're offering blockchains that are ready for AI.
Yeah.
And so we want to make that so it's installable as well. So, you know, and also too, if let's say we've got a big customer that already uses blockchain, like if someone like Walmart that's already, you know, they've got their mature enterprise blockchain systems that they've had for years. Well, someone like that, they're going to want to integrate theirs with it. We're ready to do any of that. It's all right there. And that offers another layer. And what blockchain brings to the table that isn't already there is you can fingerprint more of the information around the file. You can put links back to other information that supports it, and then also too, the blockchain itself can it's like the information is posted all in a line, and if you break the chain at any point, if somebody gets in and tries to change something, it messes everything up, and everybody in the whole system knows that someone tampered with it. And because there's nodes, and the nodes are distributed to various parties. So like blockchain is like an extra layer of security around C2PA, which already has security, already has tamper evidence.
So it's almost like they're ringing the bell on themselves. Wow, that's amazing. And it's so nice that you just eloquently explain it to where everyone's like, oh yeah, you can see the light bulbs going off, right? Right. I see that we have some folks in chat. Bill Bittner says, I hope FILEBABY art is in FILEBABY.
It sure is.
It most certainly is. Hello. And
Come on, Bill.
come on through, Bill. You can come through. And then another educator, Jeffrey Decker, is on. So glad to be here. Absolutely. And glad to have you. Yes. And so, yeah, I think that this is amazing. I want to talk about something that everybody wants to hear. I want to talk about success stories. Success stories. And listen, I'm not going to talk about my own, because I already told you. When I first started doing art for my animated cartoon, and I haven't published to the public yet, because you know how I feel. But when I started doing the animation for my cartoon, I said, I need to start uploading my stuff. And I started doing that, and absolutely adore FILEBABY. Adore it. So that's my success story. That's mine.
You want to tell them about just the other day when you were looking to enhance a picture from one of our team.
Oh, yes. You're
tell us.
Tish. You're going to love this story.
Tell us.
This is a good story. So I was getting ready for our FILEBABY launch and putting together photos for the press of our team. And our newest team member, Scott Harris, who, by the way, is an IBMer that has recently retired from IBM and we're as an executive project manager, and he's joined FILEBABY in the same capacity.
Very cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Like,
but
you know where to get the talent, that's for sure.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
was just like that came from heaven. I just adore
Absolutely.
Scott, and is exactly what the doctor ordered. So, but anyway, so Scott, I said, Scott, I'm gonna need a headshot, and it was last minute. I'm like, could you just send me something? And so the first picture that he sent was kind of postage stamp size, and I thought, let me see if I can make this better. Ooh, AI. So I went to Firefly. I'm gonna make his picture better. So I dropped it into Firefly, and it started making him all different ways, like as a statue, and this, a painting Mona Lisa, and I'm like, oh my God, that's not what I wanted. And so, but I noticed when I dropped it into Firefly, Adobe Firefly, it said checking for content credentials. And I was just like, what? So I dropped a picture of Ethan, our other founder, which of course his photo was saved in FILE.BABY, claimed in FILEBABY because we claim everything in FILEBABY.
Yep.
Firefly said, I can't do this. This says do not use by AI.
Yeah.
In the file, because when we claim it, when we let people claim their own files at FILEBABY, we put that signature in, do not use for AI training or inference or data mining. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I saw it actually work.
Yeah, it said no.
It was just like,
it said no.
Take it. It wouldn't take it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you actually, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, please. Please.
No, I'm just saying it. You saw it work. You saw it in action.
Sure.
Yes. Action. Like,
it was huge moment for us. It really was. It was a huge moment, and Firefly says, no, FILEBABY says mine.
No longer a baby, a toddler. The crawling stage. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's so cool.
Thanks. One thing that, what's very interesting is because of the position I'm in that Karen has allowed me to be part of the team with, I've gotten a call from a couple of record companies or a couple of labels. And I think one day this week, we're having some of their original music. They don't even want to release it yet. I told them, don't release it until it's on FILEBABY, because we don't want it manipulated or misused. And so we've got some great music and songs coming that will be on part of our FILEBABY. They're bringing us their music. So that's entrusting us with some incredible content that we know that won't get misused and all of that. So we're excited for that. That's happening this week.
FILEBABY can take phenomenal music and video and text. What I did, I don't know if you saw what I did this morning, Orson, when I was just playing. When you get in FILEBABY, you want to play and try things. And
I thought, play with the baby,
Did you see my concept album I mocked up, Orson?
Yes, I saw it.
I made a concept album. This started because I was making coloring book pages for I thought, well, let me make some coloring book pages out of GPT. There's a coloring book page maker in Chat GPT now, and I thought I'm gonna make some coloring book pages for my son and his wife and his kid. They like doing that stuff, and so one came out and it really made my son look like a hipster, and I'm like, that my son looks like a hipster. And it made me think, let's make something that's hipster dad. And so I said, let's make an album that's hipster dad, FILEBABY. And then I was actually talking to FILEBABY GPT at this time. I'm like, and so it spit out the cover artwork, the front and the back, the liner notes, the songs, the lyrics, the chords, everything. And it was just cracking me up so much. But I was able to save all that into FILEBABY. It was really simple because out of Chat GPT and OpenAI, everything's already got credentials in it. So I just drag them in to FILEBABY and upload them to my gallery. And then I click, create a shared gallery. And when Orson woke up, he got to see the concept for hipster dad, including all the prompts. saved
Yes.
in FileBaby.
Awesome.
FileBaby has a prompt library. You can save your prompts and then pull them back up.
It's
Yes.
all right there.
Yes. Yeah. Save the prompts because that's important, and they can build off of those prompts that are saved, and can create new art or new, I guess, concepts, if you will, like this concept album cover, which I saw earlier this morning. Incredible. So it's good. It's really good.
Folks don't, a lot of times people pay a lot of money, and I'm just saying, people pay a lot of money just to hear about the prompts, like, what prompt did you use? Like, people pay lots of money just to get the prompt library. And I'm like, wow, are you guys serious?
We have it.
You can literally just put your prompts in FileBaby, save them there. This is your work. You own it. You are the creative.
Yes.
Why are you just giving your stuff away?
Exactly. Every time, we share something on social media, I believe that we're giving it away. And you can share things on social media through FileBaby, like you mentioned at the beginning of the call, and it says claimed at FileBaby on the link, but then if anyone tests that file for credentials, they'll find them there. And then I always put a link to my LinkedIn inside my credentials, so if someone inspects it, they can find me. I could also put Instagram or Behance, and they could find me that way. But there's just so much that you can do, and I tried to leave the FileBaby tooling very open. So as you learn more, like maybe there's certain tweaks you want to your own manifests, and you study and learn more about it, or chat with one of the GPT FileBabies about it. You can build better and better manifests, and then you can just upload your manifests instead of creating a basic one through FileBaby. So it's just really free form. I just tried to make it so it's just as helpful as possible, because I use the heck out of it. I put everything that I plan to share into FileBaby.
Listen, you all have done a whole lot over this past year. A whole bunch. Let's see. What is this?
Handle work that is collaborative or contains licensed work from others. For example, if I create a video but license someone else's soundtrack for use in it, I think that you could put that in your assertions, and then the soundtrack that's licensed would be an ingredient, and that's how C2PA handles that. So it would you could definitely declare that within a manifest, and a C2PA manifest would do that for you. Yes.
Wow. So let's see. We have FileBaby, and it's at FILE.BABY. We have the LinkedIn profile. We have all of these links are on the YouTube channel. We have your links for LinkedIn. So if you want to reach out to Karen Kilroy, please do on LinkedIn. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yes, indeed. And Orson Weems, we have your LinkedIn on LinkedIn to reach out to you. Is that cool? Is that okay?
It is cool.
That is so cool. And we also have the FileBaby company profile for LinkedIn, as well as the website there. And let me make sure. Yep, we've got all of that going on. Listen, you all within this last year have done amazing things. And I just, again, I cannot be happier with what you have done. I appreciate your contributions to technology, because now folks are literally getting credit for their work. And people that one day they're going to be able to go out and be like, hey, yeah, that's my work. And maybe they could literally monetize their own work.
Correct. Beautiful. That's correct.
That's what our goal is to be able, so people can walk in to a place like a public library or a Walmart and use a paybot machine and contribute a story or a picture or a video or whatever they want to do. You know, maybe they have some special talent and be able to walk out with some money. And for a lot of folks, that could mean the difference between dinner and no dinner.
Don't get me started. Everybody gets to eat.
That's right. Corporate social responsibility, not just us allowing and providing this incredible technology and the service that it can provide, but also recognizing on the other side of what we can do to help others. And that's the part that I mentioned early on, that corporate responsibility for us to do the right thing, for us to help humanity. And that's what we're doing. And that's what's created with FILE.BABY. And it allows us to do that.
Yeah, because one thing we didn't mention that might tie this all together is the AI models are constantly eating data. Mm-hmm. And remember the last page on the internet, long time ago, we used to joke about the last page on the internet.
Oh, you've reached the end?
We hit it.
Yeah, I remember that.
You've reached the end of the internet. This is the last page. Yeah. I love that. But I think AI really has reached the last page of the internet. And so it's still hungry, because if it doesn't get more training, I attended the conference, the CAI conference at Stanford. I was invited in December to attend that. And somebody there said that I think it's 5 training cycles, and it's proven that the AI then collapses on itself and the models break. So they need that human input. So why would human beings have to be experiencing poverty in the way they are? My answer is they don't, and we're here to solve it.
I mean, code solves everything, almost, just about.
And good people.
And good people, yeah, good people doing good things. And y'all are doing something good. It's a good thing. It's my FILE.BABY. FILE.BABY. I'll be walking around.
My FILE.BABY.
It's my FILE.BABY. It's my FILE.BABY. I'll be walking around saying that in all sorts of tones, like for the rest of the afternoon. Y'all, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the Tish Talks Tech audience before we end it?
Anything else?
Anything else?
I want to thank you.
Yes.
Oh, y'all, thank you. I just appreciate y'all coming through and letting folks know that number one, it's never too late to learn about the tech skills. Number two, STEAM education is real. And as educators, y'all are really enhancing and enriching the community. And I just love it. And to be able to tell folks, you know what, there's realness, there's education in a halftime show. And folks just didn't get what I was saying a couple of days ago. And I have these conversations. I'm like, look, there's realness in a halftime show. There ain't no tech in the halftime show. Y'all.
Yes.
It's a job.
That's what brought the halftime. That's what gave it the glitz and glamour, was the tech and all the engineers behind that tech that made that possible, all the way from the folks that are even broadcasting it. Those broadcast booths are just high tech. You know, you can't do that. The whole game is tech. So that's incredible.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you. Thank you, audience. I appreciate them joining us as well. Share FILE.BABY. That's what it's about. File management. Share your file.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Tish, thank you again for being a beta tester. And I just want to throw in there too that if anyone at the enterprise level needs help with their own C2PA implementation, Hint, hint, hint. Hint, hint, hint.
Hey, I know that. I know that company right there.
Hint, hint, hint. This is from AS 400 days. This was a gift to me in Rochester when I went for the OS 400 user-centric testing.
That's a beautiful shirt.
So anyway, if anyone out there,
Anybody,
help implementing C2PA or figuring out how to jump on board and setting these standards, just let us know, and we're here to help you.
We're here to help.
I appreciate you. I'll go ahead and end. Thank you so much to Karen Kilroy and Orson Weems. FILEBABY, y'all. We learned a lot today. I'd like to thank my special guests for coming on. If you don't know anything about blockchain, AI, FILEBABY, now you know. Y'all go out and get these skills, okay? Go out, get these skills. There's room for you in tech. I appreciate you for coming on and staying with us. This has been a dream come true, and I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tish. Thanks.
Thank
Thank you, y'all. I appreciate you now. Bye-bye.